What's up everybody, this is Chardstrom, and today we have another Evike Box of Awesomeness unboxing for you guys. This time we have the Autumn Celebration 2024 Box of Awesomeness. We got a pretty good sized box here. I think there's 63 boxes in total. Not sure what we're gonna get inside, but we'll have to find out. So let's get this started. We got a knife, let's open this box. Alright guys, box is opened. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Alright, first up guys, we got the Weapons Cache card, and we actually got Ace of Spades for this card. I think this is one of the more rare cards that you can get out of this deck, but it's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Next up guys, we got a Hex Patch. We got the Good Game Hex Patch, just a simple black and gold patch. Let's see what else we got. Next up guys, we got a Matrix 40 liter laser cut backpack. Let's go ahead and open it up. This is a pretty neat backpack. Tons of space that you can fit in this thing. I mean, it really does grow once you actually start filling it up. I mean, just look at how big of an opening this thing gets to be. Next up guys, we have this Matrix Predator gas blowback pistol. Let's go ahead and open it up. This thing is pretty lightweight. Oh gosh, what the heck is this? So it seems that the CO2 compartment is different than the actual magazine compartment. That's kind of different. I've never seen that before. Usually it's one or the other with these things, unless it's a revolver. You got your safety right here. This little switch. Oh, you have to press it in to use it. Otherwise, it doesn't switch. That's kind of concerning. This is oh, it doesn't even cock. Yeah. I hate this. This is not cool at all. I mean, the color's kind of nice, but it feels like plastic. It feels like garbage. The safety is absolutely ridiculous. Wait, what? That's weird. You can see the inner barrel pop out. That's a new one. I mean, look at this thing. I can, by pulling the trigger, the inner barrel sticks right out of the gun. Looks like it's a pretty tight and solid barrel. I mean, seriously, this is kind of stupid for how it looks internally, and I've never seen that. Like that, I can just. That's weird to me. I don't know how I feel about that. But let's go ahead and see what else we got. Next up, guys, we got this S&T Airsoft box. Let's go ahead and open it up. We got this S&T Series M24 USMC tan rifle. This thing is pretty hefty. It feels nice. The pull on the bolt is pretty good. Oof, that's cool. I actually kind of like this thing. This magazine is one of the most annoying things I've ever had to try to load. It just does not seem to want to go into the actual BB port. Didn't fire. Ow. Did fire, it's just really gotta throw the hop up a little bit. I don't know, this thing's kind of cool. I mean, it's got some decent range to it, but it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't really know what to say about this thing. It's kind of awkward to hold. It's very thick, and the texture that's on the body is just not my favorite thing in the world. The butt plate though, that looks like it's adjustable, so let's go ahead and suck it in a little bit. There we go. It's a little bit further in. It's got some decent range to this thing. It's a pretty nice gun. I'm liking how it's shooting. It's got 2 lugs up in the front though. I've never actually seen that before on one of these rifles. Maybe I can just change how close I want the bipod. I'm not too sure. I don't know, but that weird bubbly texture is just all over this gun. It feels like it can just chip right off. I don't think it's actually the texture of the gun. It looks like the paint just bubbled on it. but I'm not really sure, so I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what else we got. Next up, we got a Sharp Bros box. Let's go ahead and open it up. Check it out, guys. We got another MB47. These things are actually pretty cool because they shoot nice, they perform absolutely amazing for a low-cost AK, and they are full metal in the front, and I think full metal in all of the receiver area. I mean, these things are pretty slick, and they have perfect range, and this is just great for a starter loadout. It looks like we got the longer variant than what we've typically got. Looking at it, we got this M-LOK that seems to have a little bit more space for attachments and Picatinny rails to be placed on the side, or M-LOK style attachments on the bottom or side, depending on what you want to throw on this rifle. You got a typical buffer tube style stock with, I believe, 5 adjustments, but that's pretty nice. I mean, the buffer tube padding feels absolutely great on the shoulder. You got an adjustable rear sight on top, and you can adjust the top sight. You just need a tool to do so. Standard orange tipped flash hider that can be easily removed by just melting the glue. We'll have to throw a battery in this thing and just see how it feels. Trigger response, absolutely nice. I mean, just remembering how this thing shot last time, I remember the trigger response being beautiful on this gun. And seeing as how I have more handguard space to actually hold this thing, I feel like this is going to be one of the better rifles than we had previously with the MB47 series. Magazine. Yeah, this thing is gonna feel great. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and shoot these guns. This little CO2 pistol is actually quite interesting. I am surprised with how good it actually shot, but it's very inaccurate and kind of difficult to use. Even with just the standard iron sights that it provides. Even with just the little magazine that it provides, this thing just is very inaccurate, and I want to say it has something to do with the fact that the inner barrel sticks out as far as it does. It travels quite a bit, and it doesn't seem to really have a center point, because I can actually wobble this around quite a bit. So maybe that's why it's inaccurate. It doesn't have a full length track to actually go on down the barrel length. Other than that, it's an okay beginner pistol, but I wouldn't go buying this thing at the level of playing more than 10 games. This thing is just, hey, I need a pistol. Here you go. That's basically all this thing is. But yeah, I would give this like a 5 out of 10. I don't know, I don't really like it. Next up, we have our sniper rifle that actually was a lot better than I expected. I didn't think that it would shoot as good as it did. It definitely shot along the rail center that I was aiming for, so that was pretty nice. And the hop-up adjustment on the side is actually quite precise. It's not just a set of 10 small measurements that will hit the bucking. It's quite a bit of precise play with this thing. I mean, I have it practically centered to where I wanted it, and I was hitting exactly what I wanted to hit. So I actually like this sniper rifle, and I think for the price that it's set at, it's a great beginner sniper rifle. Honestly, I would use this at almost any level of play. This thing is pretty good. I just don't like how it feels in my hand because of the textured paint job that they put on the body. But feels pretty good weight-wise, and it's got plenty of room for improvement. I mean, who knows what kind of upgrades you can throw in this thing. As for the MB47, which is also wired to Dean's, by the way, this thing is absolutely incredible. I love these things, and I can't recommend them enough for a beginner or intermediate AK platform, because out of the box, this thing just shoots crazy. And the trigger response is absolutely beautiful. There's just a lot of good things to say about this thing, and I definitely like the longer handguard version of this thing. Feels great in my hands, and I can do all sorts of things with this thing. Throw a nice optic on top, and you can possibly even get a railed dust cover for this thing. So if you don't like having the optic in the front where the handguard portion is, you can probably set it to the back depending on if you want to add a scope or whatever sort of optic you want on this thing. Plenty of room for rails, so that way you can add a laser sight and just put a nice little angled grip or standard foregrip on the bottom. I mean, honestly, this thing is just ready to play with and customize how you want. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a comment as to what your favorite part of the video was. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and have a good one.